Ever heard the name Larry Zonka? If not, prepare to be amazed by one of the toughest players in NFL history. Known for his raw power and relentless drive, Zonka left an indelible mark on the football world. But here's something that might surprise you. He once became the only ball carrier in NFL history to receive an unnecessary roughness penalty. Intrigued? Let's dive into the compelling story of a man who turned childhood challenges into a legendary football career. Larry Zonka's journey to becoming an NFL legend began long before he donned the Miami Dolphins jersey. Born on December 26, 1946, in a small Ohio town, Zonka lived a childhood that was anything but ordinary. Picture this: a young boy on a farm, wrestling with 700-pound cows before he even reached his teenage years. At just 5 years old, he was already faced with the chaotic energy of stampedes and the raw power of farm life. This unique upbringing was not just a series of chores. It was a foundation of toughness that would shape his future. Growing up in such an environment instilled an incredible work ethic and resilience in Zonka that other kids could only dream of. From baling hay to chasing animals, each day was a test of strength and determination. Football wasn't on his radar initially. It was those early days on the farm where he learned the value of hard work and perseverance. As he transitioned into high school, it became clear that his physicality was formidable. Despite his rough-and-tumble background, Zonka was not only an athlete. He excelled at a variety of sports, including basketball and wrestling. Standing at 6 feet tall and weighing nearly 230 pounds during these formative years, he built an imposing stature that made him stand out on the field. His raw talent caught the attention of high school recruiters, setting the stage for a future he was yet to fully comprehend. But it was on the football field where Zonka truly began to shine. His high school coaches quickly noticed his fierce competitive spirit and powerful running style. This was no ordinary player. This was a force ready to emerge. As he donned his high school jersey, Zonka began amassing accolades and establishing himself as a local sports hero, paving the way to a future filled with possibility. Through the challenges of rural life, Larry Zonka forged an identity that was tough, resilient, and endlessly determined, laying the groundwork for a legendary career in the NFL that was just around the corner. Little did anyone know, the quiet boy from Ohio was destined to etch his name in football history, and it all started under the sun-drenched Ohio skies of his childhood. Larry Zonka's road to greatness wasn't always paved with smooth grass. It was filled with challenges and unexpected twists. He began his journey at the University of Syracuse, where he initially played as a linebacker. However, fate intervened when injuries struck the starting fullbacks, leading Zonka to take on the role. This switch wasn't merely a matter of position. It ignited a spark within him, unveiling a formidable power and grace that would change the course of his career. As Zonka's performance skyrocketed, he became a key pillar of his college team, where he showcased his punishing running style, driving through defenses like a freight train, an unstoppable force that left defenders trembling. His combination of size, speed, and determination caught the attention of NFL scouts, all eager to draft this warrior in the making. But his transition to the professional league wasn't without hurdles. Drafted by the Miami Dolphins in 1970, Zonka joined a franchise struggling to find its identity. The first seasons were rocky, marked by disappointing records and a lack of cohesion on the field. Yet, Zonka refused to let the weight of adversity crush his spirit. Instead, he became the heart of the Dolphins, infusing the team with an energy that ignited hope among fans and his teammates alike. With time, Zonka's prowess stood out. He transformed not only into a reliable ball carrier but a fierce leader on the field, drawing defenders toward him as he barreled through the line of scrimmage. His crucial yard-gaining runs became iconic, inspiring the team to rally around him and pushing the Dolphins toward the brink of greatness. The more he played, the more it became clear Larry Zonka was a force to be reckoned with. And then, something remarkable happened. Zonka helped turn the Dolphins into a powerhouse. The culmination of his rise came in the 1972 season, where he showcased his relentless spirit and indomitable will, and that's where the real story begins. When Larry Zonka stepped onto the field for the Miami Dolphins, it marked the beginning of an iconic chapter in NFL history. Drafted as the 8th overall pick in 1968, He was tasked with breathing life into a struggling franchise that had yet to find its footing. In those early years, the Dolphins faced uphill battles, achieving only 3 wins in his rookie season. Yet, Zonka's arrival heralded change. What set Zonka apart was not just his powerful running style, but his unwavering resilience. He pushed through the pain of serious injuries that could have sidelined lesser players. In one memorable game, after sustaining a brutal hit that left him shaken, Zonka refused to be taken off the field. Instead, he crawled back to the huddle, ready to contribute. That fiery determination became a hallmark of the Dolphins' identity. But that wasn't the whole story. The Dolphins were undergoing a metamorphosis, shifting from a team struggling to find its place to one that would soon dominate the NFL. In 1970, coach Don Shula took the reins, and Zonka was central to his game plan. Zonka's versatility combined with legendary quarterback Bob Greasy's passing ability began to transform the offense, setting the stage for greatness. And then came 1972, an electrifying year that would etch the Dolphins' name in history. Zonka led a legendary backfield alongside fellow running back Mercury Morris, making history as the first duo to rush for over 1,000 yards each in a single season. Their 1-2 punch showcased not just skill, but an offense that was nearly unstoppable. Zonka's fearless running style, often characterized by his ability to barrel through defenders, was a sight to behold. This powerful performance culminated in a perfect season, leading the Dolphins to an unprecedented 14-0 record and a Super Bowl victory. Zonka not only became a household name, but also a symbol of grit and tenacity, inspiring countless players who followed in his footsteps. As he embraced the accolades, Zonka's journey with the Dolphins highlighted the team's evolution from a struggling franchise to champions, interweaving his story with the very fabric of the NFL. But just as the Dolphins were rising, whispers of challenges began to swirl, hinting at what might follow this golden era. When we talk about toughness in the NFL, one name stands out: Larry Zonka. Imagine a player who not only absorbs blows, but welcomes them as part of the game. That's Zonka for you. He wasn't just any player. He was a force of nature on the field, earning a spot as the 10th toughest player in NFL history. How did he achieve this legendary status? Let's dive into the depths of Zonka's resilience and on-field tenacity. From the moment he stepped on the field, Zonka was a highlight reel waiting to happen. He didn't just run through defenders, he bulldozed them. Bouquets of accolades often accompany players who can run fast or throw accurately, but Zonka's strength lay in his extraordinary ability to juggle both pain and punishment, never flinching in the face of danger. This unwavering spirit set him apart during a time when the game wasn't as protective as it is today. Picture this. Zonka once returned to the game after suffering a brutal hit that had many questioning the state of his well-being. Instead of heading to the sidelines, he crawled back into the huddle, determined to continue leading his team. This is not just dedication, it's the heart of a warrior. The NFL doesn't reward just talent. It rewards those who can withstand the intense physicality of the sport, and Zonka undoubtedly passed that test with flying colors. Moreover, Zonka's mentality was contagious. His fearlessness inspired teammates and fans alike, fostering a no-quit attitude within the Miami Dolphins locker room. It wasn't just his physical ability that made him a legend, it was the culture of toughness he instilled in those around him. But that wasn't the whole story. Beyond the field, Zonka's persona challenged the limits of what was considered tough. Stories echoed about his relentless training regimen and sheer determination to be the best, shaping a legacy that overpowered the usual sentimentality associated with sports heroes. He was not merely a player who showed up. He was the embodiment of grit and resolve. In a league that's constantly evolving, actions and attitude, like Zonka's, continue to set the benchmark for future generations. His era may be long gone, but his impact reverberates through the NFL even today. As we remember Larry Zonka, let's pay tribute to the ethos he represented. That true toughness isn't simply about the physicality of the sport, but encompasses resilience, spirit, and an unyielding will to fight through the toughest of odds. Zonka stands as a reminder that legends are built not just on skill, but on the stone-cold resolve to stand tall against any challenge thrown their way. The year 1972 wasn't just any year for Larry Zonka. It was the pinnacle of his career and a defining moment for the Miami Dolphins. This season, they made history by becoming the first team to go undefeated, culminating in a perfect 17-0 record. Zonka's role was nothing short of crucial. He led the charge on the field like a gladiator, bulldozing through defenses with a strength that left fans and opponents alike in awe. In a groundbreaking running game strategy, Zonka, alongside his dynamic teammate Mercury Morris, formed an unstoppable duo that became renowned for their on-field chemistry. Together, they racked up over 2,000 rushing yards, with Zonka himself crossing the 1,000-yard mark for the first time. This achievement wasn't just about numbers. It was a testament to his unwavering spirit and refusal to yield in the face of fierce competition. When the clock struck on Super Bowl VII, Zonka unleashed his prowess against the Washington Redskins, rushing for a staggering 112 yards. The Dolphins secured their victory with a score of 14-7, etching their place in NFL history. Zonka wasn't merely a player during that season. He was a powerhouse whose legacy was carved into the very foundation of the game. But that season was about more than just glories. It encapsulated the essence of teamwork, perseverance, and the thrill of football. Zonka's passionate performances were celebrated, and he transformed into an icon, not only for the Dolphins and his fans, but for the entire league. The aura of this legendary season continues to resonate with football fans today, reminding us of what it means to chase greatness without compromise. And while the spotlight shone brightly on Zonka that year, the journey was just beginning. What challenges and triumphs lay ahead for this legendary figure? Stay tuned, because Zonka's story is far from over. After stepping off the field, Larry Zonka didn't fade into obscurity like many athletes. Instead, he transitioned into a vibrant post-NFL life that kept him in the public eye. Zonka embraced various ventures. He dabbled in acting, notably appearing in shows like The $6 Million Man, and even made guest appearances on popular talk shows. But that wasn't all. His passion for football didn't wane with retirement. Zonka became a prominent commentator and analyst, bringing his unique perspective and gritty insights back to fans. His impact on the game continued to resonate as he worked in various capacities, including roles with the Miami Dolphins front office. Often sharing his experiences, he became a motivational speaker, inspiring others with stories of resilience and determination. One of the most fascinating elements of Zonka's post-career life involves his dedicated involvement in charitable work. He used his fame to support various causes, especially those related to youth sports, believing in the importance of nurturing the next generation of athletes. In 1987, Zonka made headlines again, this time in the world of extreme sports, when he competed in the ultimate test of endurance, the Hawaiian Ironman triathlon. This breathtaking competition showcased another facet of his commitment to pushing his limits. But it didn't end there. Zonka's legacy was solidified when he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. His number was officially retired by the Dolphins, forever enshrining him as an integral part of their history. Through it all, Zonka remains a beloved figure, a reminder of undying spirit and determination both on and off the field. His journey from a rough-and-tumble Ohio farm to NFL legend illustrates not just the life of a football player, but the exciting adventures that wait beyond the game. As Zonka often reflects, the best chapters of life can happen after the final whistle blows. So there you have it, a journey forged in the fires of challenge and determination. Larry Zonka's story isn't just about football, it's about overcoming obstacles and leaving a mark that resonates beyond the field. His transformation from a farm kid wrestling cows to a legendary NFL icon is a testament to grit and resilience. So the next time you think of toughness in sports, remember Zonka and his relentless spirit. What might you achieve with the same drive? Keep pushing boundaries, and who knows what legendary path you could carve out for yourself.